This is a straight audio test. Welcome to the channel. Give me a like, okay? This is gonna take a lot of work for me to put this together, but I want you guys to hear audio solutions for different cameras. You guys picked your camera, or you're about to pick a camera and you're like, dang it, I want to get me an external microphone, or maybe I won't need an external microphone. I want to kind of have an idea on how it's going to sound. This is straight up optimum settings. I'm in my vehicle right now recording this, so it's kind of soundproofed in a way. It's kind of cold outside, guys, so I'm not going to do outside. But just know that you can always alter the situation. A lot of these cameras, a lot of these microphones have wind reductions, they have noise reductions. There's so many things that come in play, or that could come into play when it comes to recording your videos and getting good audio, that I wouldn't worry about how it sounds in a controlled environment versus being outside where the cars are driving by. They all do well, actually. It's just where you're gonna place the microphone. Microphone placement is everything when it comes to recording in the elements. Some people like to hold their microphones up to the guys. Stop doing that. Look ridiculous. Put your microphones away. Hide it. If you're not butt naked, you shouldn't be seeing a microphone in your hand unless you do an interview style recording. Then okay, I got you. But you guys who are just vlogging and you just got your microphone in your hands, Jesus, I got bones to pick in this video. But anyways, this is the Sony ZV-1 internal microphones. We're going to test the new Ulanzi A30 wireless microphone. That is always a direct plug-in, so no matter what camera you have, it will be a wireless connection between the receiver and the transmitter, but you always have to plug the receiver into a camera. So you always have to make sure you have a solution to plug a 3.5mm plug into if you want to use the Ulanzi A30. And then we got the Rode Wireless Go 2. I do not have the Rode Wireless Pro. I do not have the Rode Wireless Me. Those also, it doesn't matter. You still have to plug those in. So the audio is going to sound very similar because Rode usually has they have a certain specific sound profile that usually sounds the best of all the microphones that you could buy for any camera. Then we're going to do the MOVO MV101. It's a lav mic that plugs in with a 3.5mm TRS signal. So without further ado, let's go on and get into it because this battery is dying. I need to change the battery.
Right now you're listening to me with the Ulanzi A30. The microphones, the audio setting, they got low, medium, and high, and the noise cancellation is low, medium, and high. The noise cancellation is completely off because this is a quiet setting. However, the noise cancellation does sound really good when you're in a noisy environment. I wouldn't go to high, but low or medium would suffice as far as the levels go on the noise cancellation side. Never go on to high on the sound level. That's high on this microphone is too loud. The internal settings on the ZV-1 is at 20 plus 20 decibels out of 30, I think is the max. Usually with the Sony cameras, I don't know, I've noticed you always kind of have to crank them up. Most cameras you would go into the negative decibel range, but I don't know, Sony doesn't do too well with that, so you have to turn it up to 20. The microphone is inside by a hoodie. You guys will probably hear it rustling around now. There's like a thermal shirt, and then there's a wife beater that is clipped onto. This microphone kit comes with 2 powerful magnets. These little microphones are like little nuggets. I'll show you guys real quick what they look like. The transmitter, which is the microphone, it's just really small. It's like a little, everybody knows what a thing of gum looks like, right? This is how small it is compared to the gum. And by the way, both microphones will be working at the same time. As soon as you open the case, you don't have to take them out of the case. As soon as you open the case, both microphones turn on, and they'll always record in a stereo format. So you put it back in the case and you close it, you don't hear the other microphone. So that's how it works, period, no matter what camera you hook it up to. Let's try the next microphone and see how it sounds. And throughout this whole audio with the ZV-1, the gain settings on the camera is going to stay at 20. I'm going to leave it at 20 decibels just for consistency.
You're listening to me with the MOVO MV101. That is Moto and Victor MV101. This is a lav mic. It can turn and twist. It's a bendable lav mic. It's only about 4 or 5 inches long in length, and it does have a screw pattern on the 3.5mm end. So if you want to use it with something like a Rode Wireless Go 2, Wireless Go, Wireless Me, I think the Wireless Me and the Wireless Pro have the screw-in 3.5mm jacks on the actual microphone part, so the transmitter. So the Wireless Go 2 does not, it doesn't matter, you don't really need it. You would use it in a scenario where
if you were using a Rode Wireless Go 2, and you had the microphone inside your shirt like I typically do, but you want to get the audio a little bit closer to your mouth, then you just plug it into your receiver and have it come up like the MOVO MV101. Like, so when you use it and like how I'm using it, notice how deeper my voice is versus if I disconnected it from the Rode Wireless Go 2. Now you got a difference in the audio and how deep and how much closer the audio is from my mouth versus not having it close to my mouth. Either way works. You can always crank up the audio in post editing, but that's kind of how it sounds with the Rode Wireless Go 2. Let's go to the next camera. Due to this one's sheer versatility, it is my favorite microphone, which would be the DJI Mic 2. It's my favorite because, as I just said, the versatility is ridiculous. So right now it is once again in my shirt. All wireless microphones are going to be in my shirt. I'm talking with a sort of a low tone of voice. I do have some sort of a deep, a low end to my voice. And what I like about like wireless mics like this, when you put them close to your chest, you get that some of that bass out of your voice into your audio. So right now it does have the MOVO MV101, you guessed it, plugged into it. And this is what it sounds like without the MOVO MV101 plugged into it. So this is for you guys just wondering, hey, should I get the MOVO? As far as the microphone is set to +7 decibel, just so you guys know. Okay. All right, so when you want to use the MOVO, oh yeah, we got to get this external light. When you want to use the MOVO MV101 with the media mod, with the GoPro and the media mod, you need the media mod with any GoPro in order to use any 3.5mm microphone with the camera. Okay, that's just how GoPro has it set up. So what you do is you plug in the MV101, and before you start recording, you pull down from the menu, swipe to the left, hit preferences, and scroll all the way down the menu system until you see mods. And then right on the microphone section, make sure you hit standard mic. That's what settings I have right now. Standard mic plus might be a little bit too much of audio. It might be a little too sensitive. It's going to make the audio really loud. And especially if you're in a noisy environment, you definitely want to use just standard mic. When I plug in we'll talk about that. But this is how it sounds with the MOVO MV101. Let's move on to the Ulanzi A30. And so with the Ulanzi A30, you want to make sure in a quiet environment you don't need noise cancellation. It does a pretty decent job when there's noisy, but you don't need it. But this is how it sounds. Again, you want to pull down on the menu to make sure your media mod is set for the right settings for the right microphone. You pull down, you swipe left, preferences, scroll down till you see mods, and then put it on standard mic. Powered mic, if you want it to sound like this. So you have the Rode Wireless Go 2 with the MOVO MV101 plugged into the actual microphone. This is how it sounds. And this is how it sounds when you disconnect the MOVO MV101. Do you guys even hear a difference with that? I don't know, because I'm recording the video. I haven't listened to it yet, but these are the differences. And so here you have the DJI Mic 2 system with, you guessed it, the 101. It's in here. Where is it? Here it is. It's in here. It's plugged into the actual transmitter. This is how it sounds with the transmitter. And this is how it sounds without the transmitter. So let's go to the next camera.
This next camera is one of my favorites while recording on a motorcycle. Most people aren't going to use it as a vlog camera, but you could use this as a vlog camera. It is actually a really good camera for vlogging because it's so versatile. It's just, sometimes you want a one-dimensional camera for vlogging, sort of like a GoPro or Insta360 Osmo action camera of any model, Insta360 Ace cameras, stuff like that. You kind of want a one-dimensional camera like that for vlogging. But if you need something to use for all scenarios, this is going to be the camera. You need to buy Insta360's microphone adapter for the X4 specifically. No guys, the mic adapter for the X3 does not fit the X4. The X4 is a bigger camera, and therefore the dimensions and the connectivity as far as the mechanical connections from the mic adapter to the camera is different from the X3 to the X4. You can't use the X4's mic adapter for the X3 either. So just in case you guys are wondering, I have both cameras. I've already tried it, put it up in another video, and those are the results. So without further ado, we're going to do the MOVO. So when you connect any microphone to this camera, no matter what it is, you cannot select directional focus, stereo, automatic with noise cancellation. All that stuff gets voided out when you plug in any microphone to this camera. This is the MOVO MV101. The decibel gain, I have put it to +3 decibels. +6 is the highest on this camera. It's at +3 because I see the audio levels are kind of low. I'm going to boost the audio levels on all these cameras in this video to the max. And did you subscribe? Did you hit the like button yet? Because I'm telling you guys, this is a lot of work right here. I got to edit all, I got to put all this together. Let's go to the next microphone.
So something about this, oh, wait a minute. Can you guys hear me? It looks like it's even lower with this microphone, even though the volume is at medium on the actual Ulanzi mic. But anyways, this is what it sounds like with the Ulanzi. This is what the Rode Wireless Go 2 sound like. The decibel's still at +6. I see it's kind of louder now. Organically, this is going to be louder because I can see an audio bar on the top of the screen. This camera does make a chime sound when you connect anything to it. Once it recognizes something's been connected to it, like a microphone adapter, it makes a little sound. So that's something that you guys keep in mind. It's a pretty cool feature of this camera. Now let's go to the, oh, wait. This is what it sounds like with the MV101. And then if we take the MV101 out, still keep it in the shirt, obviously, this is what it sounds like. Let's go on to the DJI Action 2. DJI Mic 2, sorry. All right, so this is the DJI Mic 2, +7 on the decibel gains. Like I told you guys, I'm just gonna leave it at +7 for the whole video. This is what it sounds like with the MV101 plugged into the transmitter. Disconnect it. All right, this is what the Mic 2 sound like without the MV101. It looks like the audio levels just a little bit lower without the MV101. Now let's connect to the DJI Mic 2 wirelessly. It doesn't sound as good. I can see the audio levels are kind of high, so maybe there was a firmware update that was released at some point that made it better. But this is how it sounds when you have the MV101 plugged into it. I'm gonna disconnect it. All right, this is the DJI Mic 2 without the MV101, straight wireless. The audio delay you guys just saw in the last 5 seconds is why I would not connect the DJI Mic 2 wirelessly to the X4 or the Ace or Ace Pro cameras. This is another great camera, the Insta360 Ace Pro. This will be for the Ace camera as well. I think the audio chipset inside the Ace and the Ace Pro cameras are the same. This is internal recording, directional. Gotcha, bitch. I don't know, mister. Let's go on ahead and plug the MV101. By the way, you do need to buy, once again, the Insta360's microphone adapter for the Ace and Ace Pro camera. Not so much the Ace Pro 2, but we'll get into that after we get done with this camera. So Insta360's microphone adapter that you plug into that side of their cameras, no matter which camera it is, X3, X4, Ace Pro 2, Ace cameras, they do have pass-through USB-C charging. They do have a USB-C charging port on the side, but it's only for power in. That's it. You can't use it to connect the USB-C microphone into it, because I know someone's wondering. Even the Ace Pro 2. The Ulanzi A30. This is how it sounds. Looks like it's pretty low. See, the gain is at +3 on the camera. I have it's at medium volume on the A30, and this is how it sounds. So the Wireless Go 2. This is how it sounds with the MOVO, baby. And this is how it sounds without the MOVO MV101. Let's go on and move on to the next microphone. Certain cameras turn certain microphones. Certain cameras turns the DJI Mic 2 on when you have the 3.5mm plug plugged into it. Even with the Apple Lightning plug and the USB-C plug plugged into the receiver, or slid or snapped into the receiver. When you connect into certain devices, as soon as it recognizes there's a power device connected to it, it just turns the receiver on automatically, which is something pretty dope, guys. It's pretty dope. The Rode Wireless Go 2 does not do it. I don't know if the Wireless Me or the Wireless Pro do it, but the Wireless Go 2 doesn't do it. It doesn't turn on automatically when you have it plugged into any camera. So you have to turn it on manually. But this is how it sounds with DJI Mic 2 with the MOVO. And this is how it sounds with the MOVO MV1 disconnected. This camera, in my opinion, has the best internal audio recording. I mean,
The external, there's two different types of gain settings that you can set with this camera. The external microphone settings, so if you connect like this MOVO MV101 to it, and the Bluetooth external microphone settings. Then it has the built-in microphone that has a wind muff in it. Now I got the J on the Segway mic mod done to this. What does that even mean? I took a wind sock and stuffed it in there with the foam cover inside of this new microphone cover that Insta360 has with the Ace Pro 2 to give it even more wind protection. So if it's like pretty windy outside, the audio should be pretty clean because I got extra stuff up in there. I call that the J on the Segway mic mod. So with that, it's just, this is a really good, I mean, you guys could probably hear it right now. It is set to stereo right now, and it's a good sounding camera. So let's get this MOVO plugged in, matching the Ace Pro audio levels. Ace Pro is at +3, this one's at +3 with the MOVO 101 plugged into the microphone adapter that's plugged to the side of the Ace Pro 2. And this is how it sounds.
The Ulanzi A30 is plugged directly into the USB-C port on the side of this camera. All you have to do is remove the door, the USB-C door cover, just snap it out of place, put the Ulanzi A30 right into there, put the microphone of the A30 wherever you want. Like you guys already know what's inside of my hoodie, inside of my Long John shirt, and you got audio. Okay, and this is what it sounds like with the MOVO MV101 plugged into the actual wireless Go 2 microphone. We're gonna go on and disconnect the MOVO, and this is what it sounds without the MOVO. I can literally see that it went down about 1 or 2 decibels with the MOVO MV101 versus taking it out. It's a little bit quieter without the MOVO. And so we have the DJI Mic 2 with the MOVO MV101 plugged into it. This is how it sounds. We're gonna disconnect it real quick. And this is how it sounds without the MOVO MV101 connected. Again, guys, the receiver for the DJI Mic 2 is directly plugged into the USB-C port of this camera. Now let's see what it sounds like wireless without a receiver. And so with the decibel on the camera set to +12, and you got the DJI Mic 2 wirelessly connected with the MOVO, baby, this is how it sounds. Let's disconnect the MOVO and see how it sounds without it wireless. This is how it sounds wireless to the camera. Oh, I can see it's way, way lower. So the MOVO MV101 might actually be a good investment, guys. It's probably like $14, $15. It might be a good investment to use with any of these wireless microphones, especially if you're going to go pure wireless. Now with the Ace Pro camera, it automatically reconnects with your DJI microphone. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stop the recording. I'm going to turn the camera off, turn the microphone off, and I'll explain what happens after that.
So what we just did was we turned the Ace Pro 2 on. The DJI Mic 2 is off. You guys can see there's no lights blinking. So we're gonna turn it on, and after I turn it on, it should automatically connect to the camera. It's on right now, as you guys can see. So it says after you record, then the audio from this microphone will be in the video. So quick capture will not work with the DJI Mic 2. You have to stop recording first and then let them find each other, and then you'll get the audio from the microphone as far as the DJI Mic 2 goes. So let's go to the next and last camera. This last camera is my favorite camera of all of the cameras. I use this camera the most. I use it for my work vlogs because it just has just a sheer practicality factor to it. I mean, I can use any of these microphones in this video, and with this camera, the internal microphones is really good. It has automatic gain control as well while being plugged into an external microphone. I mean, this camera is like the real deal. It is really good. When it comes to the Ace Pro 2 and the Action 5 Pro, it's a toss-up for me still. It's still a toss-up, but if you made me pick just one, like I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick the Action 5 Pro. This is what the internal microphones sound like. It is on stereo mode. There's no directional focus or anything with this camera when it comes to just what's in the camera itself. But this is how it sounds inside the vehicle.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Not only does this camera have backup audio recording, so let's say I do have an external microphone like I do right now, which is the Ulanzi A30, which is the volume level still on medium. Let's say I do have that setup plugged in, and the audio from that is just too loud. Like right now, I can see it's really, really close to being loud, right? The internal microphones in a camera will save a backup file, or it'll save another channel of audio in case the plugged in audio is ruined. You can't beat that. By the way, this is the camera The Ace Pro 2, it didn't work with the microphone adapter. Plugging in directly to the USB-C port of the adapter, this Ulanzi is plugged into the microphone adapter of this camera. No cap. You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying, don't you? Look at this shit right here, y'all. Look, I'm gonna use this. Look, you see it? It's plugged right into that freaking microphone adapter right here. And we have the audio. You guys can see the audio levels on the screen. This is why DJI is at the top of my list. Okay, so I'm just curious to see if it's going to find the MOVO while it's recording. Up, and it does. I see the audio levels right now. The gains on these cameras, on this camera in particular, I never actually changed the built-in internal gains. I always leave it at 0. So this is probably what it sounds like at 0. So this is the Rode Wireless Go 2. All the settings are the same. The gain is at 0 on the Action 5 Pro. I never really changed it because 0 gain on this camera always seems to be the sweet spot no matter what I have plugged into it. And this is how it sounds with the MOVO MV101 plugged into the transmitter, dog. And this is what it sounds like without the MOVO MV101 plugged into it. So let's go on ahead and move into the next microphone. Okay, so this camera with the DJI Mic 2, this is how it sounds with the MOVO MV101 plugged into it. Now, I had to lower the gain volume on the actual receiver, the DJI Mic 2 receiver. It is plugged in, USB-C. The cool thing about that is you absolutely don't need it with this setup. The DJI Action 5 Pro records 24-bit audio through the internal microphones, and that's for the Ace Pro 2. Forgot to mention that. They record 24-bit internal microphones, right? The DJI Mic 2 records 24-bit audio as well, and I think you can upscale it to 32-bit float, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it goes. You can upload it. That's 32-bit. And it has internal recording as well. Same thing as the Rode. The Rode has internal recording, so you actually don't really need to have these cameras, microphones hooked up to these cameras, but I ain't got time to be doing all that syncing. I gotta have some sort of connectivity. But the DJI 5 Pro, right? The Action 5 Pro, you can connect it with the receiver, which no one does. If you have a DJI Mic 2, the DJI Mic 2 can wirelessly connect to the camera, and guess what? You can change all the settings of the DJI Mic 2 in the Action 5. The Action 4 as well will connect wirelessly to the DJI Mic 2, and you can change some settings with the Action 4. The Action 5, it goes even further. I mean, you can put the automatic gain control on in the settings when you stop recording. You can't do it while you're recording. While you're recording, everything's kind of locked out as far as options go. But this is how it sounds when it's directly connected. Let's go straight wireless. Wait, before we do that, let me disconnect it. Okay. Now you have the Mic 2 without the MOVO MV101 plugged in. This is how it sounds. Now let's go pure wireless, and I'll show you guys how that sounds. Now guys, this is how we sound straight wireless with the MOVO MV101, baby. Now let's do MOVO MV101, and this is how it sounds without the MOVO MV101. Now there's so much to be desired here when using a DJI product with a DJI product, especially when they're both relatively new. I mean, the connectivity is amazing. This microphone can start and stop recording this camera. I'll back up. Let's just say this microphone is off. Your Action 5 is off. You turn the Action 5 on using quick capture, which is when you press the record button, the camera fires up as soon as it can, as fast as possible, and it starts recording immediately. So now you're recording audio. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. So now we got the quick capture on. You guys can see the microphone is off, no flashing lights. I'm gonna turn it on. And I want you guys to see how fast the audio goes from the camera to the DJI microphone. And it's just that fast. We got audio from the microphone. Now, because we use quick capture, if I press the link button over here, if I tap it once, it's going to stop recording and shut the camera off. It's going to basically work as a quick capture mode. Now, if I just turn the camera on and I want to start and stop recording, all I got to do is press this little link button here, and that's basically the start and stop button. This is basically the record buttons variant on this actual microphone. No, this doesn't do that with any of the other cameras. The Ace Pro 2, yes, I can turn the camera on and then turn this on and it'll automatically connect to each other versus me having to go through the menu system like the Ace and the Ace Pro camera does. But this one is the one that can actually control your Action 5 and your Action 4. guys, give me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, anything similar to this. I do videos, just random ass videos. If you guys have any questions on anything you've seen in this video, any of the equipment, any variations, or basically any variations of anything you've seen here, maybe I missed something, put it in the comments below. All right, Jay on the Segway, thanks for watching. Sorry this was long, but I had to let you guys got to hear it. Oh fuck, I forgot to tell you guys to listen to this with headphones on. I'll put it in the beginning of videos. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Peace.